Okay, in this section, we're going to discuss how to find the angle between a vector and the positive x-axis, positive y-axis, and positive z-axis. In the earlier section, you've learned how to find the angle between two vectors. So now it is just a special form where if you take a look at this diagram, all right, this is the vector we're talking about. We're going to find the angle between the vector and that positive x-axis. That means if this is the direction, this is the direction, surely there must be a vector like this in between. So to find that, actually, if you think about it, the angle between this vector here and the positive x-axis is actually the angle between the vector and a unit vector in this direction, actually 1, 0, 0. Whether you use 1, 0, 0 or use 2, 0, 0 actually wouldn't make a difference, but for simplicity, we will use 1, 0, 0. So I'm going to show this statement, okay, that the angle that OP makes with the positive x-axis is actually the angle between OP and I. I is the unit vector in the x direction. Of course, you can use 2i. There is absolutely no difference. You will still get the same answer, but for simplicity, we will use I, which is the unit vector in the x direction. Similarly, if you want between the y-axis and OP, then you will use J. All right, you use J. Similarly, then z-axis, then you use K. All right, so that's that. Let's use an example. Let's use an example to take a look at how do we do this. Let's say I have a point P has coordinates 3, -6, 2. Find the angle that OP makes with the positive y-axis. So now, before we start, we actually can see if this is P, this is O, and you want the angle this makes with the positive, say, y-axis here. So as we learned earlier, you actually just use the angle that OP makes with just this vector 0, 1, 0, which is, or you can say J. All right, so we're going to let this vector be, so you have an OP vector 3 minus 6, 2. The magnitude is 7. All right, this is your diagram. Now, in the earlier part, you would have recalled, okay, you would have recalled how to find angle between two vectors. Recall cosine theta, correct, is A dot B divided by mod A mod B, correct? And in this case, my two vectors in concern are OP and J is 0, 1, 0. So the calculation is not difficult. You just dot, and then the magnitude of J is 1. All right. Then you get a vector, or rather you get an angle, which is 149. All right, that's that.